Okay, guys, can you please, in the comments, tell me whether you can hear me or not? Can someone please tune in and tell me whether you can hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, bras, I'll commentate in just a sec. Just need to put this link onto Instagram. It's a pretty high-tech operation, as you'll be able to see on this Instagram story. It's effectively Arlen, the photographer, manning a camera, the laptop on a little bit of grass, and then some dodgy cables, not a single tripod in sight. But that's never stopped us before. It's not stopping us today. Right, we here, we live. In Bucharest, of all places. It's horrible wind, by all accounts, the first day of the Tram. And yeah, we're looking out onto the competition site here. Do you know what? I don't know who that is in the North helmet, unless it's Luca Cerruti. Is that a ginger Italian? That's got to be. I reckon that's Luca Cerruti. Can't really see his face, but anyway. And then behind him, we've got Cohen van Dijk right now on your screens. S-loop, kite fully in line, and he's caught with about 8 meters to spare. Holy shit, it's windy. Coming in here, I wonder who that is. Could be Timo Boersma, could be Nico Gambier. Double loop. I don't think that kite did double loops, but it does. Marc Jacobs, the fifth king. He is currently jet lagged off his tits. He's actually asleep there. He arrived about half an hour ago at the same time as us, and we thought, right, let's live stream it because shit could get quite wild. Liam Whaley is going to join us at some point on the water, not in the booth. Actually, that's him furthest downwind now, if Arlen can pan round to the left. That is Liam Whaley, just changing direction there. Very good. Luca Cerruti, right foot forward. I'm actually struggling to stand on this little grassy knoll. So there's going to be left foot and right foot forward, which is actually quite unique at the moment because King of the Air's left foot forward. Balneario is pretty much left foot forward. You can go to the right, but it's just sketchier, and you don't have the same access to the kickers. Who's that in the white helmet in the duotone? Is that Joris? Don't know. I don't know. Behind us, we've got someone cutting some wood, which is unfortunate for the sound. Double loop again. Nicolas Gambier, a Frenchman. Marc Jacobs just trying to find his rhythm on this warm-up day. They're warming up with double loops. That's the state of big air kiteboarding at the moment. That's what's happening. That's how scary things have gotten. Mark's out there on a 6 and getting caught Those double loops were so late and he was still getting caught. This is really, really good watching. If you're tuned in now, you know that you're watching something quite special. Orange helmet, RRD board, 7 meter duotone, could just be a bloke out there for a bit of a joyride. That was sizable. Doesn't land it though. That's the problem. If you go absolutely gigantic, you're actually risking the choppy landing. So I don't know whether it's definitely not better to drop out of the sky and land in the flat. It's not. It's better to float down nice and soft, isn't it? Get that line tension back after you sent the kite low. That was an absolutely filthy takeoff, and he still went for it. Good on the bloke. Can all appreciate that. I don't even know who that is, but that person is bloody good. Who the hell is that? Duotone white helmet. Say in the comments. I'll go and have a look. Marc Jacobs on your screen decided to just, no, you didn't fancy that one in the end. Didn't fancy it. The 6 meter orbits are looking really, really easy and good. Jason B, are you commentating? No. No, I don't actually know what I am doing, to be honest. Just mostly standing around. Yes, orbits on fire. Got 3 sessions on them. Really like them. We can hear you. That's good. I like those sorts of comments. Right, I've only been going 7 minutes. We've already seen a double loop and an S loop. What are you saying? That's a 5 meter. That's a 5. Where's Whaley? He looked like he was moseying his way upwind. Jamie Overbeek's ozone kite just going up to my left. He'll be here any second. That looks absolutely tiny, whatever Jamie's just put up. That must be a 6, surely. And I can't quite believe someone is cutting wood right behind us here. Like that. There's a huge amount, there's massive, massive area. And some people have just decided to park up right next to us to cut their wood. Just my luck. So they're lining up. Nice little queue. Look at that, very orderly. And that's Whaley in the background there, I think. I don't know why he's over there. And I would describe this as like nuclear wind, but apparently this isn't even nuclear. Apparently it gets so much stronger than this. People have been describing it as like when it gets like smoke on the water. So, how do you like them apples? Marc Jacobs, notoriously right foot forwards, you'll remember. Learn everything left foot forward. So he'll be good both ways. It is so windy. That is a 5 meter dice. That kite. This is. And Overbeek is the man coming towards us now, to our right cameraman. Perfect. And that looks so small. If there's one man that can make a small kite go quite large, it is Jamie Overbeek, who just told me earlier that he hasn't done a double loop since the King of the Air final. So he'll be wanting to get some under his belt. Big up the live stream. Big up YouTube. 44 people watching. How do I... Okay, that's better now. That was Valentin.kite. Yeah, good point. I can't remember his surname, but that's what his tag is on YouTube. On Instagram even. Sorry, we're on YouTube. Someone asked me what happened to my previous... Yeah, so I tried to put up the King of the Air documentary yesterday and it all went horribly wrong. That's Luca Cerruti on a 6 meter orbit. Going large. That's a 5 meter pivot. And if you look in the background, there are some seriously dark clouds around. Like, this place is actually ferocious. Jamie's double loop debut in France, followed quickly by Marc Jacobs' double contra loop with a boogie rotation. He made that look like a piece of piss. Okay, so this bloke's Valentine. I don't really know much about him. He does seem quite good though, doesn't he? That's a lovely S-loop. I think he would have really enjoyed that one. Cabrina, Lorenzo Casati on your screen, current king of the air. He's on a 6 meter drifter. I think that's the wave kite. So he was on a 5 before, the 5 nitro, so he's just gone up to the 6 drifter. He'll be working out what he wants to be on tomorrow. I think it's probably gonna be super nuclear on the Sunday, and that's when most of this shit's gonna happen. But yeah, bringing you the warm-up session live in Le Cat. Of course, we're about half an hour late. About half an hour ago, everyone was out, but we had to set up and shit. Okay, we tried our best. It'll start raining soon, and all the equipment will break, and I'll cry. Is that what you want? That's your dream, isn't it? That's your dream. Jamie Overbeek. Would we count that as an S-loop? No, we would not. But he wouldn't either. Big Marky J, looking like he's coming in. He's had enough. He's had enough. I don't think that is a professional kiteboarder competing. I think that's just a bloke with a nice updraft and an orange helmet, full face helmet. Right, there's very little banter coming in the comments right now. Come on, if you're there and you think of something funny, don't hesitate. Paul Parkinson is a notorious YouTube commenter. Valentin.kite. Paul Parkinson, if you're out there, come on. We're relying on you. Don't do this for no reason. Is Adrian doing his double on Sunday? Yeah, he is actually. That's Lorenzo Casati right there, everyone. He's got a new helmet and everything. Nicolas Gambier, I believe. Getting the 5 dialed. We've got Arlen the photographer on the video. That's why it's so bloody steady. Almost called him the human tripod there, but there's something slightly sexual about that, isn't there? So we won't call him that. But he's just holding it with his hand, which you wouldn't know. He's got such a steady hand. Right, Adrian rang me a minute ago, so I'll just ring him. He's probably lost, wanting to get involved. Hey, Adrian, you're live on the commentary. There we go, everyone. Adrian Kerr, known for his quick-witted remarks. This is Lee and Whaley right now. Adrian, if you can hear me, where you were standing, we're about 20 meters behind you, where you were standing right on the water's edge. If you look backwards, just there. All right. So Mr. Kerr might be joining us. As Whaley was, I think it's a 7. I think it's a 7. That's a dice. That's not even a big air kite. A 5, that's a 5 dice. Lorenzo Casati, 6 meter, drifter. Could make a really terrible joke about it drifting around the window, but not gonna. Right, I'm gonna look in the comments. Is Jamie trying doubles? Yes. When are you going to do a double mega loop, Colin? Already done about 100. Michael Shipper, I heard it might be windy for Sunday. Yeah, looking windy Sunday. Pat Taylor, get Adrian on his double loop attempt. I will. Bodan Virginia, I don't know what his name is. That's why I wrote his Instagram name. He's a 16-year-old. That's referring to Valentin thingy. 5 meter. What the fuck is it that windy? It isn't that windy, but they're all just like panicking about Sunday and going, oh, maybe I should try the 5. When are you going to do a double loop, Colin? I've already answered that. Spot, guys. We're in Le Cat. Well, actually, we're not. We're in Baccares. Le Cat, I think, is like the area. We're just around the corner. Tom 1, hello from London. Shaka, hello. Big up. Big up the UK. Triple this weekend. We're hoping. Here's hoping. 35 to 45 knots on Sunday, indeed. Tamas, Fava, Paradise, Jason B, windy enough. It is windy enough. Very good. So it's so windy here, where we're commentating from. Now, obviously, I'm not Joe Ciastolo, right? I don't have a nice booth. Arlen, don't miss Liam on the right. Of course, he doesn't miss Liam, but he could have, because we don't really want to see that. Maybe we should have that. Pan away if they begin doing ugly. Don't watch it, everyone. Look away. Luca Cerruti. He was the first bloke to ever S-loop in a competition, and he did it with a bloody back roll. Here's Adrian Kerr. I'm going to pass the mic over to him as we watch Jamie Overbeek with a double loop.
5 meter. Dude, Jamie was going so high before. When I first came here, he must have gone down 300-400 meters. And literally like up there, it was so crazy. Dude, is this not one of the best spots you've ever seen?
It is pretty sick spectator. I've heard it's quite hard to actually ride though. Well, it mixed opinions. Like Heel and Liam are like, nah, I love this place. The wind's so lifting, it's flat. What more could you want? I spoke to Jasmine Cho earlier, who was like, no, I had the confidence completely knocked out of me earlier. So I think it's kind of, yeah, I don't know, it's a split opinion, I'd say.
I was going to say, we can discuss this later in the podcast, but I think the ladies are shitting themselves. Yeah. I literally think this is going to be, we could see either something spectacular or I don't even want to say it.
Okay. Or burst into flames.
Yeah, exactly.
So you've got Liam Whaley. You got Lorenzo Casati. You got a little kid called Valentin, who's actually kind of a beast.
Yeah,
what do we know about him? Tell us about him.
Thomas. He's a duotone rider, only 15 years old. Really good little kid. Just one of these kids. He's come on the scene last year. He's ridden quite a few Backhill events. Yeah, he's looking good. Actually, all these young kids. Josue Ferreira was riding super well before. But
is that Baby Shark?
That is Baby Shark.
What gear is he on?
Baby Shark is on the North Orbit. I think he went out early on a 7 meter and gave himself a fright, but he went out again on a 6 meter and sort of found his rhythm. Oh, dude, Jamie's looking good.
You know, Jamie hasn't done a double since King Air.
Neither has Marc, right? It's scary. Hey, I want to see someone. Do you think Jamie could jump from that side right across? I think he could.
Yeah, I don't know. The angle's a bit wrong for it. Maybe he could though. Yeah, I don't know. So Lorenzo's just chatting to someone on the right there. He's been fiddling a lot with gear today. New sponsor, of course. Whaley looking.
I saw Lorenzo doing a lot of bridle tweaking down on the beach. When I got here before, he would do one jump, he would do one run, he would go to the beach, play with his bridles, go out and do another one. So it's going to be interesting to see how he's dialed into his kite because, he was doing a lot of knot tying and fiddling around. So whether he's not happy or just trying to find the right setting, it's hard to know. But I mean, look, man, dude, before, I think the wind's dropped a little bit, but before they were just going absolutely huge.
Who's looked the best to you so far?
I mean, Andrea, when I first got here, was just, again, I mean, when I said Jamie was doing 300-meter runs, Andrea also did some massive loops. Heel looked good. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to not say any of them don't look good when you're standing down here watching them. You're literally standing on the beach looking up in the air, and they all look awesome, really. Some big crashes.
Yeah, Jamie Belando took a big hit.
Yeah, I saw Luca crashed a few times. Arda Gibber had a big crash. Cohen, as usual, had a few big crashes, but even Cohen was good. Wow.
That is the gust from heaven from that bloke. He's going to enjoy that. He's still enjoying that. He's still enjoying. There it goes.
Can you imagine Jamie was going twice as far as that? That's how far Jamie went.
So I'm going to have a look at the comments. You keep talking, Adrian.
I think we've got Liam over there. Liam coming back. Line of our boys. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kites. A lot of guys packing up for the day. A lot of guys don't want to risk it anymore. This is Liam coming in. Just a nice little loop there from Liam. Nice and easy. Looks like Lorenzo going back in again. This is quite common what we've seen in Lorenzo. He'd basically go out, do a few tricks, and then come back to the beach, fiddle with his bridle. Jamie coming towards us. He's gone down into this. This is his enduro, the one he does his doubles on. As Colin was just saying, it's the first time he's done doubles since King of the Air. It's a little S loop. I mean, he didn't even look like he was going to jump then. Well. That must be Nico Gambia. Nico Gambia there on the Nash kite. Valentine Thomas coming in again. Little S loop. Mate, this is a pretty good spot up here. Very good up on the hill here. Don't know who this guy is. I think it's just a local boy going out for a ride. He's got balls. Liam coming towards us again, full power. So he was saying before, he reckoned it was 50 knots in the gusts. And you might hear these guys talk about smoke on the water here. At the moment, you can see it's not much, white caps, but when it's called smoke, this whole thing blows out to super white, and that's when you know it is seriously windy.
So people in the comments are asking about the format and where the judging is going to lean. What do you know about that? I haven't asked any judges or anything yet.
No, I haven't. The other question I want to know, which we haven't found out, are they riding in sequence or are they just riding like they're doing King of the Air with the whole heat?
Yeah, cool.
Because the interesting thing here is you can go left and right, and as you see a lot of guys here riding to the left foot forward. Obviously, I saw Marc, Andreo doing a little bit sort of right foot forward. So it's going to be interesting. You're going to have guys potentially wanting to hit a right gust, but you might have guys trying to hit some variation. But interesting, remember last year when they did do sequences last year, do you remember Heel?
Whaley.
Here comes Whaley coming in, yeah. Again, the same thing, little back roll, didn't like it, made it look easy though. Heel got caught when it was in sequence with no gust. So I think I'd love to see these guys riding just, 12 minutes, go for it. That's the kind of riding I like. It becomes a battle. There you go, Liam. That's what I'm saying. There is opportunity to go right foot forward there.
So we'll have those answers for you in the podcast that comes out tonight. I'll go and find the judge and get the lowdown on that. So hold on for the podcast later. This is just us bringing you into the mix. Is that Nico Gambia? I thought so. Yeah. He's on a 5.
Mate, Nico's really stepped up his riding recently. Yeah, he got married, and maybe the secret is getting married. Everyone, that could be the secret.
All your downfall. Don't know.
Actually, sometimes the boys can come right up to this corner, right up this corner. And when they do that, almost like they're clearing over this bit of ground, which is super cool to be under. But I mean, dude, I'm so happy I'm here. This is one of my better moves in life.
Well, you didn't miss that much in Switzerland, so
I wasn't invited either.
So let's. What about the women? Did you got here slightly before me? Did you manage to see any of the ladies?
No, when I got here, all the women were off the water at that stage. The only person who had just come in was Natalie Lambrecht. I'd heard a few of them had big crashes. Jasmine Cho had a big crash. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. As I was just saying, that with the ladies, it's going to be super interesting. I mean, if it's gusting 50, it's supposed to be a windy tomorrow. Man, we're going to really see which ladies want to win this competition. I think you could see girls hold back, but the girls who want to really commit and go for it, they're going to win. I mean, Big Air has always been about commitment. That's the thing, right? And I think tomorrow with the ladies, we're going to see who's the most committed of all of them. And if you're not committed, man, you're either going to hold back or it's not going to go well. Here comes Jeremy Belando coming out here. He had a big crash. It's good to see him back on the water.
Whaley on your screen. So much edging there. You can really see it on the flat water. He's just like hammering it. He's basically on the sand before he takes off.
He's actually riding it on a 7. This is a 7. So he was on the 6 before, but he's come back out on the 7 just to check it out. Doing doubles and S's on the 6. So interesting to want to see these guys. I want to try and ride as big a kite as they can because they can get that height and that extremity. I think this is just this little local boy, isn't it? Some guy having fun. He's in a blue beanie.
We'll be heading out after doing IS loop.
We've just pumped up our 12s.
So that kid, Valentine, who's done about 10 S-loops on this stream so far, I mean, he's doing things that no one had ever done in a competition, and he's 15 or 16, no one quite knows, and he's doing it in the warm-up session when it's a bit sketchy. That's how far the sport's come in a really short period of time. And if that doesn't give it all some context for you, I don't know what will. My laptop is just like, this is so bad for it. I can't believe how bad it is for it. Tom Bridge in the comments. Did Adrian actually turn up to this event? Yeah, he did.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Tom, happy birthday from Adrian. And everyone in the comments, obviously. That was for Wednesday. Hope you had a great day, Tom. Adrian, I can hear him moaning about Liam's 7 in my ear. Justin Overton, glad you guys are still together. Thought Colin copped himself a girlfriend. That is a good comment. We'll give you that. Paul Rimmer, where is Liam's posh Porsche Rebels? I don't know. Michael Shipper, how is Steno kiting? You seen Steen Mull kite today, Adrian?
Steno was out earlier. At the moment, he's on the beach drinking a beer. He's done his session. He's happy. So he's got 3 6s with him. He's got a moto, a nitro, and another one. So he doesn't know which one of the Cabrina kites he's going to ride yet, but he did sessions earlier. So he's ready. He's warm up. He's done. So he's just enjoying this time now and just watching. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Steno riding. I'm always been high on him, you know.
He was 3rd place last year as well here. Liam Whaley on your screen. That is a back roll with a late back board off and an additional back roll rotation, and he hasn't landed it.
That 7 looks huge out there compared to these other kites. Look at the size of that 7 compared to like the other boys out there on 6s and 5s. Just to put in context, Jamie is on a 5. Most of these guys are on 6s at the moment. But the wind is different. The wind has definitely dropped off, right?
Yeah, but this is what happens here. It comes off for a bit, and then it just pumps for like 3 or 4 minutes. And it ebbs and flows, doesn't it? Ebbs and flows. Everyone's Miguel Varela Ramos. Everyone's throwing doubles and S-loops. Everyone would poo emoji. Their pants a couple of years ago. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Look how windy it is. They're actually tying down the bases of the flagpole. That's how much wind they're expecting.
How windy is it? Right now,
I think about 15 knots.
Right now, it's about 12 knots, maybe gusting 13. No, I don't know. It's probably like, I don't know. We're in a lull at the moment, maybe 20 knots. But 10 minutes ago, it was gusting 35. There's been points where I've been trying to interview people for this podcast coming out tonight where we're almost getting blown over and sand is like going through the material of my jeans and into my orifices. So, yeah, I think it's kind of all over the place, really. The first day of the Tramontana, that's kind of how it goes. That's an amateur photographer Island. We don't need to be broadcasting him. Okay, the people don't want to see him. The people want to see Mr. Whaley. Liam with his top on there, you can't see his bare chest. That's that's the big surprise. Lovely chest. If you got a chest like that, you would have it out all the time. Nicholas Gambier, 5 meter. This is what's happening in big air kiteboarding at the moment. Not a 9 meter in sight, but then it is just the warm up. Heel started doubling is 9. Overbeak. I think we might be. Oh wow, this is the most people that have ever tuned into one of these. I think we might be done. What do we think? What do we think, people in the comments? Right. How much will I have answered that? Benedict, because you can't pop from toe side and do back flips and double passes with a low kite. Tom, this is from Cure Super. Tom, why do you send kite to 13 so much? Tom's answered that question himself. I need to answer that. That is Lorenzo Casati coming in for more bridle tweaks. I think he's not happy with the really small size Cabrina kites.
Look at the shape of that.
Which is, I mean, it's a brand new shape for Cabrina. 5-stripe, most probably the highest aspect in their range.
I know he's been using that moto because it's a 3-stripe. It's a little bit quicker for the doubles, and he was riding that before. But yeah, that's an interesting shape.
The one thing I want to know, and we'll go and get an answer to this as soon as we've stopped this broadcast, which might be any second now, is I want to know if they're going to be really looking at kite angle. I think that's the way big air kiteboarding should probably go. But I'm going to see. But don't know who that was. Belando is coming into the pit right now. Arlen, can we pan across to Belando? Arlen is so good at this shit. That is a double loop at about 4 meters. Right, Overbeat coming in to the pit here, and we're probably bringing this to an end. Someone will probably have a major crash this weekend. Hope not, of course. Well, makes for a good live stream, though, doesn't it, Michael Shipper? Come on, it's not all bad when someone has a big crash. Arlen should be on every broadcast. He should. We're going to bring Adrian's whispering logistics into my ear as if you lot can't hear. What, Adrian?
I'll find out, Mark. The ladies left the door open for us.
Okay.
We need to get this podcast up.
Okay. We're going to bring this broadcast to an end. It's the final minute. If you've got something funny or nasty to say it now or forever hold your peace.
I'll go and speak to the judges.
Are you going to record something?
No, I'm just going to find just so I can record.
Okay. I'll go and record. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Also, any tips for when there's a lot of sand on your laptop, like on it? Any tips? Should I just turn it upside down and hope gravity takes the sand away? That could be good, couldn't it? That's Lorenzo and Jeremy just having a nice little chat. Lorenzo's had enough of the chat. He's heading off. Get away from me, Jeremy. Never, Martin Hook, never disrespect a major crash. We live for those, indeed. I mean, it is like all the people really want is to see the crashes. I know that. Okay, I know it. I'm just not afraid to say it. Okay. Overbeak. Second at Kota. Not very windy. Making doubles happen. No, he didn't make that one happen though. Didn't make that one happen. When are we going to see the scoop loop? I did see Jason Van der Spy earlier. I should have asked him. The scoop loop, for those that don't know, is when the kite scoops into the water because you've looped so low, and you get a little fish on the wingtip or a big fish. You get a massive salmon, and then as it comes up, the fish has like the ride of its life. It's like, fucking hell. Get me back down there. But it goes all the way up to 12, sat on the wingtip. And then the 40 knot gust blows it about 400 meters downwind. And it remembers it forever. Right, this is dire. We're bringing this to an end. Thank you to everyone that joined in. Sorry about the woeful fish thing at the end. And we'll see you all later on tonight for the podcast. And then tomorrow, after the stuff's gone down, we'll do another bloody podcast. Okay. Thank you to us as always. Thank you to Ireland for this. Goodbye.